Welcome and welcome back for those returning. My name is Deborah Whipke and I am a renewal life coach. This channel is dedicated to women everywhere to shine your light as bright as you can, to be the highest version of yourselves, to be the most empowered that you can be. And today's video is about, am I good enough? We all ask ourselves that on so many levels, in so many ways, every single day. I had to ask myself thousands of times, am I good enough to be a leader, a teacher, a guide? Am I what others expect me to be? Am I going to fall short? Am I good enough? So this really came home for me the other day. I have made so much progress on learning my value as a professional. And yet, there's always peeling that onion. There's always figuring out another layer to explore in asking that question, am I good enough? And it came up for me last week. I had some issues and I needed a repairman to come and work on them. And I collect stuffed animals. Now, I don't collect that many anymore. In fact, I don't buy them hardly ever anymore, but I have a few left. And they're on display in my home, in my bedroom, but he had to go through the bedroom to get to my bathroom, which is where the repairs needed to take place. And it popped into my head a couple of days before he came, oh, should I hide the stuffed animals or should I cover them? And that brought me up short. Why would I want to do that? Because I don't feel good enough? Because I don't feel good enough for a total stranger coming into my home, making a repair that I'm paying for, to shine my light? I don't feel good enough to show my own unique self to someone else. And that's exactly what it came down to, is that I didn't feel good enough to shine my light, to be who I am, my own unique self, in front of this other person. Well, that bothered me a lot because, come on. So again, we are always peeling the layers of that onion. I am here to shine my light as brightly as I possibly can and to assist other women to do the same thing. I know that because that's what lights me up. That is what my passion is. That's what excites me. That's what keeps me going every day, is when another woman begins to shine her light, then I am just overjoyed. So that's my passion. That's my place in this world. That's what I came here to do. And I came here with some tools already in my toolbox in order to be successful at doing that. But in my personal life, I still continue to have to grapple with peeling the layers of the onion, because in a childhood where I was taught that I wasn't good enough for this or that or whatever, I am still faced with that all the time. Yes, I'm still faced with that professionally too sometimes, but not nearly as often as personally. So what I decided to do was to continue to display them, because that is a part of who I am. That makes me who I am. And I am not going to hide who I am anymore. If I'm not good enough for someone out there who's watching, okay, turn me off. That's all right, that's fine. But I have to be good enough for me. I have to just be good enough for me. I don't have to be good enough for anybody else. I just have to be good enough for me. And I have to accept me and allow myself to shine and allow myself to own my uniqueness, because there's only one of me. There's absolutely only one of me walking around on this earth. The same as each and every one of you who are watching, there's only one of you. So why are we not all owning our uniqueness and shining our own unique lights and just celebrating ourselves and celebrating each other. So that's what this is about. Am I good enough? And why do I feel that way? And to keep digging deeper, to keep peeling that onion, and to keep asking yourself, where did these beliefs come from? Where did these thoughts come from? Why am I thinking that way? Because we didn't come into the world as babies thinking that we weren't good enough. So it had to be programmed in somewhere along the way. It had to be programmed in. So isn't it time to get rid of that programming? I call it the previously recorded programming. I call it that every single day for myself when something happens and I'm like, that's the previously recorded programming coming up again. And that's my opportunity to shift it and to change it. The same as this was my opportunity to just allow myself to be who I am. And whether someone accepts me or doesn't accept me, and come on, it's the repairman, so maybe he doesn't even notice, I don't know. But to even entertain the thought, if I'm not good enough for that thing, was jolting to me. So anyways, I invite you to explore this topic for yourself because it is such a huge, huge topic for women on just absolutely in every single level. Am I good enough to wear what I'm wearing? Am I good enough to do the job that I'm doing? Am I good enough to date the person that I'm dating? On and on and on it goes. Am I good enough to make a recipe even that I want to make or something? So ask yourself, what about, am I just good enough to shine my light for exactly who I am? What about me being good enough to be my own unique self today and say that is good enough, no matter what, that is good enough. I get to choose, and it's good enough. And I was good enough to keep my stuffed animals out. I hope you enjoyed this video. I sincerely hope that it helps people out there, women out there. Please let me know what you're grappling with, what you have thought in the past or in the present that you didn't think you were good enough for. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and let's shine our unique light. Thank you.